this is why you're struggling to understand real fast Spanish. You see, most people learn Spanish the conventional way of memorizing ABCs, flashcards, and using Duolingo. And this is why most people don't succeed. And it actually personally makes me mad because we waste so much of our time, and it's simply because we don't do this one thing, okay? You probably already know this, but real-world Spanish is different to what school, Duolingo, and basically every single person online has been teaching. Firstly, real Spaniards don't say, Hola, yo hablo español. They would pronounce firstly with correct vowels and correct sounds, okay? Hola, yo hablo español. Okay, that's like step 0, okay? Most people online do mention that, okay? But what basically no one talks about is that real Spanish is actually even more than that. It's Hola, hola español. And actually, that's even just a small example, okay? These strings of words would become completely different. For example, aquí estoy would become aquí estoy. Escúchame would become escúchame. Es que hay muchos problemas would become es que hay mucho problema. ¿Qué estás haciendo would become ¿qué estás haciendo? Voy a ir al supermercado más tarde would become voy a ir al supermercado más tarde. And so real Spanish includes correct vowels, but mainly they speak faster with dropping letters and combining words. They pronounce certain characters in a specific way, and they have tone and accent from specific regions and slang words. Now here's the thing, okay? If you want to achieve X, then would you do Y? No, you would do X. It's the same thing where if you wanted to learn how to swim, would you swim in water or would you practice the motions in air? You would swim in water because that's what you want to learn. And so if we want to understand natives, well then we have to study this Spanish. Because what happens is people study this Spanish. They study the textbook Spanish. The problem here is the discrepancy between Spanish and how real Spanish sounds is so large and substantial that it doesn't even make sense to just study Spanish like in the dictionaries and the textbooks. Because the real Spanish is so much different than that. And that's why you're struggling. You're struggling because you've been studying Y, aka Spanish in quotation marks, instead of studying real Spanish. And so you want to understand real Spanish, not Spanish in quotation marks, not the textbook Spanish. Then it just follows that you need to learn real Spanish, Spanish that natives speak. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, then check out my YouTube channel.